Hey Gems, it's Esmeralda. And today we're going to be talking about the care for the string of turtles. I got this about, I want to say like 2 months ago. I just repotted it. I've been letting it get accustomed to my environment, and it's done really well. I was a little bit worried about it just because I don't have a south facing window in my home, so like the bright light is all coming from the west facing window that I have. But it's done pretty good. All this, like, so when I first got it, it was about that much that was coming over. So all this down here is new growth, and the top is still pretty full, which I'm happy about. I was pretty when I did my research, I was a little bit worried about it not being like losing all of this but when I placed it in my west facing window, which I believe is it's where the sun sets. So let me make sure. I think it is my west window, but if I'm wrong, I'll just insert the right term. But I put it in the west facing window where the sun sets, and it gets a lot of bright indirect light at that window, and it's been doing really well. It loves it. I'll spin it around. So yeah, it's still pretty full, and it's trailing really well. This part is mainly where it hits at, and it's loved it from there. So with watering, I don't let it dry out completely. If I use my moisture meter, I let it go to about a 3 or a 2 before I water it. And I'll link down the moisture meter that I use below, so you can kind of get a feel of where the numbers hit. But I let it get to a 3, and then I water it, and I do water it over the top. I was debating about whether I should bottom water or top water it, but I really don't have time to bottom water. So yeah, I was kind of debating on whether I should bottom water or top water it. And with bottom watering, you usually get like a bowl of water or like a little thing to put water in it, let it sit and let it soak up the water up to the roots. But I really just didn't have time to do that with my kids. I usually have to water it, just kind of get in there and like go. So that's what led me to go ahead and water it on top, because I just didn't want to leave this on the counter to where my kids can like get to it, just because I feel like this is a little bit more of a delicate plant. I tend maybe a little bit closer. So with these little turtlebacks, they fall off pretty easily to me, and I just didn't want my kids to get to them. So yeah, I went ahead and watered over the top. And then with all my plants, I use fish fertilizer to water it, and yeah, it's done pretty well. It has a lot of new growth, like right here, little babies popping up everywhere. So yeah, it's done really well. I have west facing window, water over the top, but I have heard that bottom watering, it does work well. I just don't have the time to do it myself, or else I would. And then with fertilizer, I use fish fertilizer. I'll link that down below, and you can take a look at it. And I just follow the guidelines of the fertilizer, and yeah, it just gets bright indirect light for most of the day, and that's all it is. It's loving that bright indirect light. I wouldn't say that it's succulent like, because the leaves are thicker, but it doesn't like to dry out as much as a succulent. So I would just let it stick your finger in there to get to about halfway to your finger, and once that's dry, you could go ahead and water it if you don't have a moisture meter, or you can use a chopstick to determine if you need to water it. But yeah, that's basically what it needs, and you just let it sit there and look pretty, and it's gonna do its thing. So as long as it has enough bright light, it's gonna start growing like this, and it's grown a lot. And I can insert a picture of when I first got it. It's grown quite a bit. Like I said, most of this is all new growth, and I've had it for about 2 months. So yeah, it's really simple, really easy to care for. You just don't want to be a helicopter parent, which I used to be, and I'm glad that I waited to get this until I was ready, and I'm really happy with the results that I've had. So yeah, that's all you need to take care of your string of turtles. If you guys have any questions, please comment down below. If you already have a string of turtles, Please leave some tips down below for the beginners that are just now getting this lovely plant. Also, before I forget, I did get this at Lowe's. It was $10 or $13. I can't remember exactly how much it was, but it was between $10 and $13, and it was really affordable. So don't sleep on your local Lowe's. It's just the only thing about Lowe's and Walmart and Home Depot, they tend to drench their plants. So what I did when I first got my plant is I just let it dry out, because their soil is always super moist, always super drenched, and I just want to make sure that it has a better chance of survival. So when you first get that plant, just let it kind of chill in your house for a little bit, and then that's when you want to repot it, because I just repotted this last week. So yeah, I waited 2 months before I even repotted it. I just let it do its thing, because like I said, they just love to water their plants and not let them chill out for a second. So I just wanted to let it dry out so that it had a better chance of survival, and let it get accustomed to your environment. And I always say this because I used to be so ready to repot, and I killed so many plants because I didn't let them kind of get used to where I'm at. So yeah, just let it get used to your house, and then you can repot it in a beautiful pot. I have this white terracotta pot, super cute, and I love it in this. I say this about all my plants. I love all my plants. I can't say which is my favorite for sure, but this is definitely, I just love the details in it. It just, like I said, looks like a string of turtles, and I love it. It's so cute. So yeah, if you guys have any questions or you have any tips, please comment down below, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Until next time, peace out.